Welcome to Top 10 Sports Media. For today's video, we'll talk about the 10 best centers in the NBA. The NBA is a league full of talented players. There are many excellent centers in the NBA, but we have narrowed it down to the 10 best. These players are some of the most dominant forces in the game and can take over a game at any moment. They are all incredible athletes and have worked hard to become the best players that they can be. Number 10. Bill Walton. Walton would have been higher on this list had he had a healthy career. However, he could never stay healthy, as he only played in 468 career games. The fact that he still made the list shows you how great he really was. He averaged 13.3 points, 10.5 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 2.2 blocks, and 0.8 steals in only 28 minutes per game. He also shot a fantastic 52.1% from the field and 66% from the free throw line. He is generally considered the greatest passing big man and one of the best defensive centers. He won a rebounding title in the 1976-1977 season. He was also one of the greatest college basketball players. He won 3 NCAA Player of the Year awards and led the UCLA Bruins to 3 NCAA championships. He was also selected to 2 All-Star teams and 2 All-NBA teams, with one of the latter as a member of the first team and 2 All-NBA defensive first teams. He also won the MVP award in his only healthy season, 1977 to 1978. Walton led the Blazers to their only championship in 1977, winning the Finals MVP award. He also helped the Celtics win a title in 1986 as a reserve. Number 9. Willis Reed. Reed was one of the first dominant big men in the league's history. In his 10-year career, Reed had 18.7 points, 12.9 rebounds, and 1.8 assists, along with 47.6% from the field and an excellent 74.7% from the free-throw line. He was selected to 7 All-Star teams, and he also won the Rookie of the Year award in 1965. He was also selected to the All-NBA team 5 times, 1 on the first team. Reed also won the MVP award in the 1969-1970 season and an All-Star Game MVP in that same season. He led the Knicks to their only 2 championships in 1970 and 73, winning the Finals MVP in each series. Number 8. George McCann. McCann was the first dominant big man in the history of the league. As a member of the Minneapolis Lakers, he led them to 5 championships in a short 7-year career. He had career averages of 22.3 points, 13.4 rebounds, and 2.7 assists, along with 40.1% from the field and a fantastic 78.4% from the free throw line. He won 3 consecutive scoring titles and back-to-back rebounding titles. He was also selected to the All-Star Game 4 times, winning the All-Star MVP in 1953. He was selected to the All-NBA team 6 times, with all of the selections as a first-team member. Number 7. Shaquille O'Neal. O'Neal was actually one of the most dominant players of all time, as no one in this era was big or strong enough to guard him one-on-one down low. So far, in 16 seasons, he has a career average of 25.2 points, 11.5 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 2.4 blocks per game. He also has scored over 25,000 total points and has shot an astounding 58.7% from the field and a pathetic 52.4% from the free throw line. Shaq has also been selected to the All-Star team 14 times, winning MVP awards in the 2000 and 2004 All-Star Games. He won the Rookie of the Year award in 1993, as well as after a dominant season with the Orlando Magic. He has been selected to the All-NBA team 13 times, with 8 of those selections as a member of the first team, and the All-NBA defensive team 3 times, with all of the selections on the second team. Shaq also won an MVP award in the 1999-2000 season with the Lakers. He also won his second scoring title averaging 29.7 points and 13.6 rebounds, 3.8 assists, and 3 blocks per game. He has also won 4 championships in his career, 3 on the Lakers with Kobe Bryant and the other in Miami with Dwayne Wade. Shaq won 3 Finals MVP awards with the Lakers during their three-peat. Number 6. DeAndre Ayton. Ayton has not reached the same heights as Luka Doncic and Trae Young since being drafted number 1 in the year 2018 NBA Draft, but he really put out his potential on display in Phoenix's run to the NBA Finals. He transformed himself on the biggest stage, filling in the gaps with his cutting and rim running while anchoring what turned out to be the 3rd best defense in the postseason. Ayton could actually have a chip on his shoulder this season if he and the Suns disagreed on a contract extension. Number 5. Bam Adebayo. It had not taken Adebayo long to establish himself as one of the best defenders in the league, making back-to-back all-defensive second-team selections. He also appeared as one of the best passers at his position. Over the last 2 seasons, his 5.3 assists per game rank only behind Jokic, 7.7, for most among centers. He still has room to grow as a shooter, but Bam Adebayo made bright strides from mid-range last season. Still only 24 years old, it is scary to think that Bam Adebayo's best years are still way ahead of him. Number 4. Rudy Gobert. Rudy is already one of the most decorated defenders in NBA history with 5 defensive first-team selections and 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards. The only players with more Defensive Player of the Year awards are Ben Wallace, 4, and Dikembe Mutombo, 4. The only big guys with more all-defensive first-team selections are Dennis Rodman, 7, Tim Duncan, 8, Bobby Jones, 8, and Kevin Garnett, 9. Gobert is not really known for his offense, but he is a relentless screener and an effective cutter and roller. He also devours offensive rebounds. His limits are a factor in the playoffs, but his defensive skills alone make him one of the league's best centers. Number 3. Karl Anthony Towns. It is easy to forget that Karl Anthony Towns received the most votes with the general managers for which player they'd most want to build way back in the year 2017. He didn't fully meet those incredibly high expectations, but if Towns won the All-Star selection in 2017, 2018, and 2018-2019 in a row, he probably would have earned 2 more All-Star selections had he appeared in more than 85 games in the past 2 seasons. He is a knockdown shooter, capable passer, big-time rebounder, and an effortless scorer. To this point of his career has been defense, but there is no denying his talent offensively. In fact, there is an argument that he's the most skilled scoring big man we've seen in a long time. Maybe ever. Number 2. Joel Embiid. As a 3-time member of the All-NBA team, Philadelphia 76ers centers, Embiid is a one-man wrecking crew. The process is a big reason why the Sixers are perennial in playoff contention, and the acquisition of James Harden only figures to make life easier on the MVP candidate. There is no question Embiid deserves a spot near the top of any best centers in the NBA list. With his drive, he could become one of the top centers in NBA history one day. He also likes to troll Ben Simmons. Number 1. Nikola Jokic. In leading the Nuggets to the 3rd best record in the Western Conference with an average of 10.8 rebounds, 8.3 assists, and 26.4 points on 556, 388, 868 shooting split last season, Jokic ran away with the MVP award by earning 91 of all possible 101 first-place votes. He improved in just about every way from previous seasons, even on the defensive end. Jokic's improvements as a shooter from mid-range and three-point range make him a nightmare matchup for opposing centers. Meanwhile, his size and skill give him the ability to pick apart any mismatch in the post. Of course, not only is Nikola Jokic arguably the best passing big man in the NBA has ever seen, but he is also arguably the best passer in the league right now. doubling him is normally a losing game. The icing on the cake? Jokic has been astonishing in his 3 postseason runs to date, leading the Nuggets to the second round twice and the Western Conference Finals once. With his resume, he is more than worthy of the #1 spot. So that concludes our 10 best centers in the NBA. Did you enjoy the video? If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Are you looking for more sports-related videos? Of course, you don't want to miss our cool and exciting videos, and be sure to check out our other videos for more great content like this. That's it for today. Until next time.